Whether you are a class 11 beginner, a class 12 student mastering your review of Python, or any future coder starting fresh, this is for you. By the end of this video, you will learn not just the theory, you will have written and run your very first Python script. Watch this video on your phone and practice on your PC at the same time. Ensure Python is installed. We will be using idle, the built-in environment that comes with your installation. No PC? That's fine too. Watch now and practice later. Ready to start? Let's get to work. We will start with exploring the idle interactive shell. Open an idle shell and we can see the Python prompt. It tells us that it is ready to accept instructions from us. Type any value there, the shell will just print it back. No magic. 123, 12.35 or 100 in letters. All these are values and they are of different data types: integer, float and string. Integers are whole numbers. Floats are decimal numbers with a decimal point and a fraction after it. Strings are sequences of characters. Each of the symbols we see on our keyboard is a character, and we chain them together to form a string. Unlike numbers, strings have quotes around them. Do we have values of any other data types? Yes, see the diagram. In Python, values can be of any of these types. We will learn more about them in other videos. All these values form an expression in Python. Expressions can be a single value or multiple values connected by operators. Whenever Python encounters an expression, it will be evaluated. That is, Python will find the expression's final value. Try entering any expression in the shell and you can see that yourself. Now let's focus on writing our first script. What should our first script do? In our textbook, there is this set of exercises. How do we solve them? Here is the formula. But this is not math class, so let's not solve this manually. Instead, we will make our computer do that. We will write a program that can do this. What's a program? A program is a set of instructions to the computer on how to do something, like how to solve a quadratic equation or any other problem that we want our computer to solve for us. For the problem in hand, the expressions are like this. If you enter these expressions as such, the shell will complain of some errors. Why? Because we have not given the values for A, B and C. How can we do that? Python uses objects for that. And we use variables to keep track of those objects. To store a value, we assign that value to a variable. Just write A equals 34, B equals 68, C equals minus 510. Each variable will have a name. In general, we can use any meaningful names for variables. Let's store values of our formula expressions also. I am using root 1 and root 2 as names. Now we have written the core of our program. But there are three problems though. One, we lose all these lines when we close the shell. To fix that, let's switch from shell mode to script mode. Copy these lines into a file and save it with a name that ends in .py. Then run that script using idle shell or Python interpreter directly. No output visible in the shell? Well, that is the second problem. The program computes the results, but we haven't asked it to display them. To make it print the roots to the screen, add these lines to the bottom of the script. Save and run it again. We fixed the second problem too. What's the third one? Our program has hard-coded values for A, B and C. That is, it always runs with these values, so result will always be the same. That's not useful, right? Ideally, it must accept any values from user and get results using them. For that, Python has another function, input. Replace the first three lines like this to accept user inputs. But there is another issue on using input like this. Input function gets values as strings, but here we need them as integers. We can convert them to integers using another function, int. We can even change these functions input and int like this. First, the input function is run and then its value is passed to the int function. And there you have it, your first Python script. To master the details, look out for our micro concept shorts covering everything from data types and operators to the print function in depth. We will also be dropping more full-length lessons just like this one, specifically designed to help you ace the CBSE syllabus. Don't miss out, subscribe now to stay ahead. Have a doubt? Ask your questions in the comments below. See you in the next lesson.